Hello and welcome to another First Impressions video brought to you by MMO Play. Today we're taking a look at a free-to-play browser-based game set in a sci-fi world and it's strategy-oriented. So let's get into it. You can start by picking one of your different avatars for your characters. There are a total of, looks like 8 choices. So I go with her. She looks like she's sort of professional, dressed for work. Next thing is you name your character, you pick your quadrant. So being the Star Trek fan I am, I have to go with the Alpha Quadrant. You gotta go where everyone's located, right? Alright, so let's go to the Alpha Quadrant. You have your first commander over here. Yeah, they all have their own little perks and abilities. So you can see this guy right here. You can see his stats, you can see his formations he likes to use. So I'll go with him. He looks like he probably is nice and straightforward. For that, you confirm and you're ready to go. So let's get into Battlespace, and the first thing you're going to notice is it is going to use a lot of quests and tutorials, good for teaching you the basics for when you start first getting in the game. You'll get a pretty quick grasp of the mechanics of the game. It does have a city-style landscape. In this case, it is your colony, or your planet, and you can drop your buildings in the empty spots. You can upgrade buildings, and in fact, you're probably going to have to spend some real time upgrading later. There is a timer for different actions. Most buildings at the beginning are going to be about 10 to 15 seconds, nice and fast-paced. It will slow down drastically. It is a free-to-play game, so there are microtransactions which allow you to speed things up if you choose to. Next thing, you have to get your research. You get your library going, you can start researching different technologies. These can unlock new buildings, they can unlock upgrades, all kinds of stuff. You can see the different tabs here. It shows whether or not you're wanting to... You can show currently available, not currently available, and already researched. So you can see all that. You see there are 4 different resources you can collect. I'm getting all of them as prizes for these quests, so I'm getting a nice pool of resources going. Early on, you're going to be building a lot of buildings, just getting your infrastructure started. So let's look at some other mechanics in the game. You might not always be able to rely entirely on quests for your resources. So these nodes are at the whole large planet view, and you can build and upgrade nodes, which will increase your resource collection. All 4 resources are represented here. You have your market for your currency, you have gas nodes, you have metal nodes, and you can just build them all, and then you can upgrade them once you've built them too. In the middle, that's your colony. That's where you can go back to building your buildings and upgrading everything. And since this is a strategy game, that means we've got to have some conflict, some sort of progression. In this case, we're going to be building some ships. Going to build 1 ship. Build timer is a little bit slower than the building, so it's 30 seconds. And you can queue up to, looks like 20 of them. I'm going to just do 1. That's what the quest is asking me to do. You pick your ship, you pick your quantity, you hit next. Nice little arrows telling you everything how to do. Then you wait patiently, and then you have your ship. Now that I got my ship, I get my headquarters, and I can go over here and assign that ship to that general. And then from there I can start a sortie. So I pick a galaxy view, pick a local map. I'm going to go and do an attack. So I pick my ship, I hit sortie. See, he's selected, he has a ship assigned to him, and it's going to go out and do the mission for me. I go out and gather resources, and then I, of course, get my quest credit. Assigning ships, setting formations, all of that is done through the headquarters, which is a building you will be building early on. But you will need more commanders. You can recruit more through here. You start by scouting them. After you've scouted a potential commander, you can hire him. In this case, it just costs a little bit of currency. There we go. Also get a quest reward. From there, I can assign ships to him. I can have him run other missions for me. The game, check it out. It is available for free. It is a browser-based game called Battlespace. Very quick, fast-paced, decently easy, and a pretty good and thorough tutorial to get you started. There is a decent number of mechanics and a lot of interface going on. The options did not include a full screen, so it does look a little bit small on a higher resolution monitor, just to keep that in mind. And the one other thing I did want to look at here is the microtransaction system. You can see you get boosts, you get extra currency for the premium currency, which you can buy. So that's a look at Battlespace. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to more. I'm going to send that ship out to that planet and get me some resources.